Quite often I get to thinking how as kids we got by. Like at Christmas time at our house, we couldn't even afford a fire. But we made do with what we had back then when I was young. Dad used to suck a peppermint and we'd all sit around his tongue.
Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another Advent calendar beer review. We're on day 14, I believe. 14. So we're 2 weeks in. Oh my God. We are back with the Beer52 box, and she is kind of holding up. I mean, bit of a rippage. And day 14 is up here. So without further ado, let us dive in, see what we get today. I want to be a little bit careful because I was a bit exuberant. It is another bottle today. In she goes. So yeah, they're beginning to fall apart. What have we got here? We have got interesting. We have a beer from Varionica Brewery. Don't know if it will focus. Come on, dude. There we go. Varionica Craft Brewery, in fact. This one is called Tulum. It's one of my favourites. It's another session IPA. Wow, favourite thing. And it even has Tulum kind of in different colours on the package, which is kind of cool. We got some info on here. Croatian brewery, Šamoun, at 4.2% on the ABV. More information. You can do one of those clicky things. You can pause the video and have a look at Varionica if you like. Let us see. So we have water, yeast, malt, hops, and yeast. So only wheat in there. We say Tulum in Croatia when we mean a party, Šamoun. It's a fun social gathering with music, dance, food, and refreshments, such as my house. And what is better refreshment than a beer? It's a session IPA, a blend of floral and tropical and fruity characteristics, zesty citrus flavors, all sorts of good stuff. So there we go. And they have a sort of, I guess that must be their logo on the top, which is always nice to see. Looks like a kind of hop. But also this has been on its side. So I've remembered today, I'm going to see. Cool, it's not going to explode, which is always good. Let's open this bad boy from the Croatia. Where is the glass? It's over here today. The Beer52 snifter, which we'll call it. And I'll go reasonably gently. It's not forming too much of a head, so that is fine. I doubt we'll get the full one in. We're not doing too badly though. And let's put that up there. I know I've forgotten a few times, but we can put this next to the auberge. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a bit of sort of juiciness, juicy zestiness on the nose. Yeah, which is weird. I can't pick out exactly what hops, but I'm still in the midst of my my winter cold. So the old nose is not working as properly as perhaps it should be while doing special reviews, but things never go to plan, especially when you're doing a whole month-long, well, 24-day long set of beer reviews. Yeah, not too bad. Doesn't really give too much away. Under a finger's head, over a half, I'd say. And if you look, very nice and pretty damn clear, that beer. You can definitely see through there. You can see the old bubbles as well. Very nice. A hint of haze perhaps, but not much. Let's go for a silly photo opportunity. So we'll go over this way like we should really do. Beer52, that beer's there, and a cheeky grin, and a kiss for luck, and we're on our way. It's not like we've only just begun though. We're halfway through. I'll drink to that. Cheers and beers. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Quite fizzy up front, but a very dry finish. Dry to the extent I might say this is a little bit watery, but not surprised when it's 4.2% on the ABV. I was expecting more hops, but hey, we'll see. Yeah, a little bit of tropical fruit. I'd probably say more maybe pineapple, mango-y type stuff, but very dry. It's not very highly hopped, in my opinion, which is really weird because this is supposed to be an IPA. Yeah, it definitely says session IPA, and I really don't know what that means because I reckon that's a pale ale. Okay, nice one, but in this case, it's not very heavily hopped, and I think that is what the majority of people see is the difference between a session IPA and just a normal pale ale. However, I don't think there's any difference at all, but that's what I've been told. And it's a fashion thing as well. Yeah, for me, there is not enough hops. So little bit kind of little bit of zestiness up front. You get the bite, similar to a lager, but it's not as fizzy as, I mean, it looks quite fizzy, but it's not tasting as fizzy as a lager would. But no real punch up front, hop wise. Then you get the sort of mellow, the sort of juicy hops that I'd say, and then it finishes very dry. Yeah, there's no residual sweetness, but because it's such a low alcohol beer, I'm not surprised at that at all. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. This is, yeah, pretty watery in my opinion. You could, on the plus side, have a fair few of these before you'd really notice. If you were having a party, for example, or a special occasion, something like that, this beer, you could have a fair few of these, put it that way, in a session. I guess that's the idea. Whereas me, I'd quite like to have a 6.5% beer in a pint, a full one, and then make it last a little bit longer, perhaps over the evening. Whereas these things you can just knock back. It's Christmas time. You're probably going to Christmas parties like I did recently. Let's get the rest of that in there. Let's see if that makes a difference. See if things, like sometimes they do, have settled to the bottom. Okay, so what was very clear is now definitely a haze. We've got a lot more head on there as well. Let's see if all the acids, the particulates, the things that make beers nice. Let's see if they're still around. Okay, yeah, so a little bit more flavour in there. Now getting some lighter stuff. Yeah, definitely getting some mango-y type stuff in there. That pineapple's kind of not so much there. The finish is now not as dry either. So by adding those, that last sort of inch of the bottle, this is where having a very, very small glass, it's almost like having two different beers because you're leaving a lot of stuff left at the bottom of the bottle, if that makes sense. So, unfortunately, Beer52, you have run into a problem by having such a small glass. It is still not a hop bomb though. I am getting a little bit more hop presence there and less of the dry kind of finish. Bit of gas, sorry. It is my normal kind of thing that happens in a review. So a little bit more chewy, a little bit more interest, but not much. Yeah, unfortunately, this one's quite a boring, bland beer, really. But maybe that's what a session IPA is supposed to be. Yeah, there's no unbelievable standout hop, to be perfectly honest. Bit of tropicalness there, but not, in my humble opinion, not enough to call this an actual IPA of any sort, let alone a session one. The finish that was really dry and watery, a little bit more of a substance, but still not creamy, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing real. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing amazing, nothing really hop forward to separate this one from any other session IPA, unfortunately for me. Anyway, this has been Unclejona drinking, oh, pardon me, Advent calendar beers. If you've liked this review, click like and subscribe down below. Why not? But we will be back later on today having day 14 from the beer company Advent2022, or you could tune in tomorrow and you'll be seeing day 15 then. Only 10 days to go then. Oh, it's almost Christmas. Getting excited. Anyway, this has been Unclejona saying drink beer because Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a beer, right?